little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
33, ready.
Takes the handoff, now Love. Throw left side to Watson. And he's got him a nice goal to go here as he goes out at the 8-yard line. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Ready?
Jacobs again. And he will not score. The defense gets him just before he can punch it in. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Come on, cut.
Jacobs trying to get this one outside, Brock, but he did not make it. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. He's short.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Set, ready.
They're going to go. It's Love. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish off their opening drive. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And that's got it, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
The Packers going nickel on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, again to Swift. He puts together a nice little 8-yard gain, but it's not enough. They've got 4th down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. Williams on the play action. That's complete to the rookie out of Missouri. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Let's cut.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. They bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50. Here we go.
From the red zone now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Right, check.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. This is no good. A surprising miss as he cracks it off the left upright. And the score remains knotted, 7-all.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he drives it up to the 24. That was Micah Parsons making that play. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Pinned off running right. Here's Swift. Move to work at the 35. And he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, Williams. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Munanga will not get past the line. He's held up at 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
On play action, here's Williams. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force 3rd and goal. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
3rd and goal, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. They tried for the end zone, but no luck yet, Brock. That forces 4th and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
On play action, Williams. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Packers, 1st down.
1st down throw, here's Love. Has it to his back, here's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
But looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
7-yard line.
Come on, set.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Dump off caught by his back. Up the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it'll give the Packers the first.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First
Go,
down.
hit, here we go. Set.
Love out of the shotgun. And he goes down. The Bears got him. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Love sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
On the ready. Ready.
To the air with Love. Now setting up a screen for Jacobs. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We've got a good one so far. We are all tied up, and we have hit our 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Williams to throw here. 3rd and 1. That one's nabbed by Kmet. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, go push that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
And off to Jacobs to start the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. On target to Musgrave. And they will finally catch up to... just a second before he could reach that 40. The Packers take their first time out. We've set it down from 37. Love now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing. It's Love. It's caught. Tucker Kraft. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 21 yards.
Here's Love.
First down, Green Bay.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half.
A 42-yard attempt.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the score remains knotted 7-all. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming for the shotgun.
Set.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready. Ready.
Play action, Love. Throw left side to Watson. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A pickup of 17. And it'll give the Packers the first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Down at the 44.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Love with it on first down.
And the first down.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Thrown in double coverage, odds are against you.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Bears getting close, and they're going to take him down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
A loss of 4 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down.
Set.
Tight end in motion left.
45. White. Hut, hut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him on the crossing route. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Blue. 32. Set.
They stick with Jacobs. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Set. Hut. 52, ready.
Going run again with Jacobs. He finds space, middle of the field. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
Okay, way up here in the booth, can you smell it? Can you smell that running back is smelling the end zone? He gets him down there to the 2. You know he wants to finish it.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Jacob goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Let's go now. Set.
Shotgun now for Love. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2.
Brendan McManus lining up for the
Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like the receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. That's more on the quick slant. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Williams off the play fake. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. They get 40 on the big hitter. And that'll be 1st down Chicago. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On play action, here's Williams. Buying some time right. He's got it downfield near the edge. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
From the red zone now. That one connects.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
I think I could see that sideline considering the challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Williams on the play action. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. Well, that right there really changes the complexion of this game. They take the lead on the conversion rather than playing for the tie.
You can just see my head up here in this booth, right? It's just shaking. I mean, the old-timers are looking at some of these decisions the new school guys are making and just wondering aloud, what are you thinking? Well, what they're thinking is what some of the data is telling them to do. And what I love, Kate, it now really puts the pressure on that other side to respond.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's set.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. Chased out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Off the play fake, Williams. Bails out of the pocket quick. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Williams. Complete right side. Burton has it. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running for it, it's Swift. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
One play action, Williams. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
And that effort yields him about 3 yards there. 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. And really create some indecision now defensively.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down. He'll throw it. That's him on a quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 43. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
At the 38-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Going to run again with Swift. 3 inside the 30. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's good for a Bears first down.
What is on?
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Staying grounded with Swift. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down at that 17-yard line. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, Swift. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears grow the lead to 7. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, it looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Here comes Williams on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Handoff here to Jacobs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Packers 8 points behind. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Love out of the shotgun. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends would get you.
Looking to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Brought in by his back, it's Jacobs. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 60 red. Set.
Here he is to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Packers first down.
He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
Setting up to pass. He finds Jacobs here underneath. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Working fast as that clock ticks down.
That's another Packers first down. First and goal at the
Back to throw. Pass it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing again. Love. Dumps it off to his running back. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. their third and final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal.
Ready, ready. Cut, cut.
Here he is to throw. Coming to the goal line. And it's not over yet, football fans. He scores, and now a two-point conversion will force overtime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Man, it is loud in here, Brock. They've got to get set and convert, though, to tie it up.
Ready.
Stick it in the air. Love. And they can't connect that time. And after the touchdown, unfortunately, can't finish off the two they needed to tie this game and force overtime. So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And the Bears get this kick, and that spells the end of this ball game. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Forced out to his right. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself, or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
What is on?
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. They did it! He made the interception! Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers were looking for some kind of miracle at the end. They nearly got it, but this game is over. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers.
Ready.
Look at play action with Young. Open man, Tedalone McMillan. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. But even 20 yards, impressive start to this drive.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage of it.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
There, ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Young. And that is incomplete. Ja'Tavion Sanders was the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go.
He's got a man. That's McMillan. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of downs. He is met and dropped. Couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And that is incomplete.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have? And this is tough here on the opening drive, because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again with Benson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd.
They picked up 17 through the air. It's an Arizona 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Murray gonna hand this to Benson. And he does some good work on the ground here. Gonna take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards.
It's a gain
From 29. Here's 2nd and 2.
Panthers 29-yard line.
They'll try and run right on the option. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot.
And he will get into the end zone. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
On play action, Young. Out to his right. The coverage too good downfield. He'll wind up taking him down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they're going to hold up here in pass protection.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one and will return to Charlotte in a moment.
Ready up.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. To throw is Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. A big play for the Panthers. And even 30 yards.
First and 10
Let's
at
go.
the 13-yard line.
45. White. Set. Cut.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Okay,
It is third and long.
Red. Cycle. Set. Cut. Cut. Cut.
Out of the shotgun. Young. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Inside the 40. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And after that promising drive, Mike, just a really disappointing end. I mean, everything was going so well. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection, and then he just gets a little too aggressive with the decision-making, and it can turn around in a snap.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Young. They look underneath here and find Dowdle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back will allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
44-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. That'll be intercepted. Hit by the rookie out of Ohio State.
So it's third down, and it just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the punt team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
Ready. Come on. Set. Go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
A loss of 7 brings up second and 17 at the 28-yard line.
A second down throw for Young. High throw, but it's reeled in. Down the left sideline. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Teteroa McMillan. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely. I think the biggest
In trouble, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Oh, this ball is going to wind up nowhere close to the landing zone. Definite mishit there. This one's going to be spotted out beyond the 40. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. On play action, Murray. Flush to his right. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And he will score. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Cardinals add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Ready, 22-yard line. Field flat. Here we go. Set. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play to kick off this drive. 36 yards. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Down. Cut.
On 1st down is Young. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Cardinals' 37-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
Now Young. Short one there, caught by Tremble. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Set. Hut. Hut. Hut.
On play action, he'll set up to throw, and that is incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the tight end man he was looking for there. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
On the coverage.
Set.
They'll go. Young. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. Stealing forward for maybe a yard. Nick Scorton there to make the stop. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now a give, but here comes the reverse. Inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Extra point now by Riley. He's got it. And the Cardinals are going to extend their lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready?
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and it finds McMillan. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. Back to throw, Young. Over the middle, he's got what he gets. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
First down.
Here we cut.
To throw, Young. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but a nice return up past the 35-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
First and 10 at the 50.
Again, it's Benson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now, Murray on 1st down. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Cardinals, first down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
From the gun, it's Murray. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this is a surprise right out of the locker room. They'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Recovered by the Panthers.
Set.
Now Dowdle. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Let's.
Now Young. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Forced to his right.
4th down. There's no throwing the ball away. There's no giving yourself up. If you're going to turn yourself into a runner, you got to go get it. And that's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to put his head down, put his body on the line, pick up the 1st down, and keep this drive going.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
On the set.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready?
They'll run with Dowdle. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, Young. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
And 10 yards.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Set. Set.
To throw is Young. Flush to his right. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. 17 yards, the gain there. It's a Carolina first down.
Panthers, first down.
White.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing is Young. That's into the hands of McMillan on the slap. And he will get into the end zone. Teteroa McMillan. Touchdown, Panthers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Maybe they're starting to count how many possessions do I have left. We're going to try to get another one with an onside kick here.
That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the third quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
It's a design run for Murray. Space hard to come by there. Tackle made right around the 40-yard line. Second down, they need 7. Murray gonna look to do it himself. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. What a job on the design run. Good for 17 and a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
And now give up the middle at Benson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 22 now, here's second and 9. A give, here's Benson. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss. And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Third and goal. Murray. This one caught at the 4. And he's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1?
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board?
To the goal line and in. James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Ryland for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals will extend this third quarter lead.
42. Panthers 14.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
Let's go.
47-yard line.
Red. 30. Set.
Young to throw on first down. That one's hauled in the side by McMillan. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
brings up second.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd down, 3 to go.
Red, set.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. He's got a man! That's McMillan! Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
That's good.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alike? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense gets a little lackadaisical.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Young hands it to Hubbard. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here we go. Ready, ready.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. 24-yard pickup as they convert on 4th down. They'll go play action with Young. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Once he broke the pocket, Mike, I actually thought he was just going to call his own number and become a runner. I thought he had some green grass out in front of him to take it in, but he decides to put it in the air instead and falls incomplete.
Come on. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball.
Over the top, he's got it. Xavier Legette, touchdown, Carolina. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. Just a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
That is hot, and they get the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points. That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch them by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
On the handoff, this is Benson. And he finds some space, tackling after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Finding room to the 20. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give him credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback.
He will do it himself. He's in. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Cardinals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready, break. Ready, set.
On play action, Young rolling right, throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Tedoroa McMillan was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Set.
Back to the air, it's Young. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At this point, they're just trying to make something positive happen here late in the fourth quarter. This secondary blanketed the entire field, and the ball ends up falling into the wrong arms.
Forced out wide, taking off. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Arizona.
On first and 10, here's Benson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll go again with Benson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
From the 1 yard line, first down and goal. They'll run with Benson. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here, ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Young. A pass taken in by Dowdle. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
1st and 10.
And the Panthers, first down.
Drill. Set. Ready.
Now a give up the middle. And this takes it into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Panthers.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
Cody Simon on the tackle.
Ready.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Looking left side, his tight end Tremble. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Out of the shotgun, Young. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy Bunting.
So much of that play comes down to the
typical. Body overdoing it, that's so typical. Treating like a god, that's so typical. Still more, that's so typical.